Every day a new day, new things, do things like my life a movie, ayy. Every day new day, move things, do things like my life a movie, ayy. Every day a new day, new things, do things like my life a movie, ayy. Every day new day, move things, do things like my life a movie, ayy. Pull up in the big mon range, straight to the stage.
All right. Hello. All right, y'all. Welcome to 2024, first episode of the year. After the new year, Smoking Tingz podcast. Got a couple new faces y'all ain't seen before. Been behind the scenes, but we had another show scheduled for today, but because of the weather and circumstances, a couple people couldn't make it today. So we're just improving today with the fellas. We're gonna definitely talk about some different topics that we were gonna talk about. We had my man Paul Bache Williams was supposed to come and be our guest today, but we're going to reschedule him for in another couple weeks, possibly next week or the week after. So definitely stay tuned for that. He's a relationship therapist, a family therapist. So definitely want to get his insights on things. But here right now, I'm actually excited because we're going to talk about some good things and get some good insights with the fellas. So as you know, my name is Ebou Taal, Black African Virgo, as always, EBOUTAAL on Instagram. Make sure to follow me. Make sure to follow Smoking Tingz podcast on YouTube. We're here at the Smoking Tingz Smoke Shop, 1705 North Capitol Street, Northeast. Make sure to come here and get all your adult goodies and Tingz and Tingz. And then to my left,
man, y'all know who it is, man. It's your boy Eddie B, man. International E, Showtime. Man, we in the building, man. Happy 24. Happy New Year. And we back.
All right. Got your man Wats on here, a.k.a. He Takes Dope Pics.
yes, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Definitely take dope pics. Y'all saw some of the pictures that I posted on my story earlier. That was my man right there. With events, weddings, birthdays, bat mitzvahs, anything that you need a picture for, that's my man right there. Great. Does great editing with the pictures, and definitely get with him. Again, give him your Instagram again.
At He Takes Dope Pics.
Oh, yeah, spin it back.
PIX, right?
PIX.
All right, there we go.
And then you got me, Showtime with a Y, dot 13.
Last but not definitely
guys.
not least.
Definitely not as famous as these guys,
sure.
but
Not true.
George D. You know what I'm saying? So I'm here.
He likes to try to stay low.
But now I'm on a mic today, so we gonna see how this thing goes.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm excited, man. Takes me back to when I came to your podcast.
Damn, that was like
it's a minute ago.
2-3 years ago. Actually, in the
More than
beginning,
that.
so like about 3. It was about 3, like 20.
Yeah, was it before
2020.
pandemic?
Actually,
Right before pandemic,
And what,
I think.
and what y'all
You
was
might be
talking
right.
about on
Had
there,
to.
though? What y'all was talking
Damn,
about? Spin the
that's-
block.
We were,
minute
you
ago.
know, he was just,
I don't remember what-
we were talking about nightlife. Nightlife
Oh,
for the
yeah,
most
we
part.
We
already
had
did
Danny
that.
on
We
it. It
already
was you and
did that.
Danny on it.
Yeah, me and Danny on there. Yeah.
Talked about nightlife,
Yeah, in the background and
the scene,
the scene.
and how it is on the scene,
Yeah.
and things of that nature.
It's different scenes.
The scene,
The scene.
Okay.
The scene.
It's different scenes.
the scene,
Our scene.
Where you
scene.
walking, you feel me?
yeah. The scene. So,
Okay.
as it was, today is a whole nother scene. But it was a good conversation. Good conversation.
No, it was fun. It was fun. It was a night like this, actually, and it was rainy as shit.
Hell yeah.
Like
I
this.
remember. Because I
Fellas on
felt
the
like
prowl.
I don't know what happened. Like I think the windshield wipers on the car wasn't working or something. And I don't know where was that joint at?
Old joint was Temple Hills.
Temple Hills.
Yeah, I had a
so
little
I was
studio in
like,
Temple Hills.
I was doing one of these. I was like, what's happening? And I was like, I was already late. I was, I don't know where the views or something.
That's the time you can't find a napkin.
You can't
find a
nothing,
towel.
right? Ain't nothing. And it was raining. Like,
You can't find one now. You in the middle of the road.
What you was trying to get to?
Temple Hills from the city.
Kill, man.
Yeah. But
No, right, St. Barnabas, right over there, right off the highway.
Okay.
Yeah, but it took a minute because it was raining.
Oh, yeah.
It took a minute because it was raining, and I had no. For some reason, the windshield wiper just was not cooperating that day.
Yeah,
but yeah,
it was good luck.
What you was driving?
The Jaguar, but it just the fuse or something went out. I don't know. Anyway, it worked out though. I made it back. Of course, when I left, and it was the rain stopped. Shit wanted to start back up. I was like, look at this shit.
After the rain,
done. We done shot for 2 hours. Come outside, nice as shit outside, and it was still on. So it was like skirt. I was like, this motherfucking car, man. But yeah, that was a good time. But we're here now, and we're gonna get to some topics, man. Today, we're gonna do it a little differently. Normally, I'm over here moderating and talking, but my man Eddie's gonna make his debut. Yeah, man, Eddie Baz in Showtime. Y'all have heard his voice, but you're gonna hear it a lot more today. So we got some. I'm gonna tee up the topics for you though.
Yeah, man. Let's get to it, man.
We just revised our whole show because obviously
we on the fly.
Two of our co-hosts on here. Our main guest couldn't make it. The weather, but we're here. So first thing we're gonna talk about. We're gonna go light to heavier. So the first thing is gonna be the Ja Morant, that whole situation and what's going on with him.
Yeah, well, I guess I'll start off, man, on how I feel about it. And, obviously he had just gotten back, from missing, pretty much the first half of the season. And, I think all NBA fans was excited to see him come back and, bring to the game what we know he brings to the game, that excitement, that flair. He's one of the great young talents that we have coming up. And to get the news, man, that, he'll be undergoing surgery, for a shoulder, man, it's kind of, like disappointing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, you got your hopes up high, want to see something good, and then it's like,
he
damn.
ready too.
Yeah, he got right to it. As soon as he
definitely got right to it.
From the first game, he got right to it. He jumped in the game. He was ready to boogie, man.
Highlight reel since
absolutely. Yeah. He called Wemby. He always gonna catch him a body or two a game. But yeah,
Wemby joint was crazy.
Nah, it was, but. It's just unfortunate, man, and I just hope, man, he keep his spirits up. He young, so I know he realized, he got some time, but, just take your time, Holmes, and, come back stronger, man. And,
what was the injury?
Shoulder.
When and how did that happen?
Man,
because it didn't happen during the game.
Probably when he hit him with the stutter step and dunked on Wemby and shook all on the rim like that. Joint probably
was that the last game he played?
I don't know. It could have happened. That's all I can think of, man. But I actually had that injury, man.
What up, street product on it?
When I played in the Dominican Republic, man,
shoulder injury.
Yeah. So man, we was up 2-1, and we was on the road, and man, we was on track to win this game. It was fourth quarter, man. I go to get the steal, and one of the players just pulled my arm. He don't go for the ball or nothing. He just pulled my arm, and my shoulder went back. Man,
you played the rest of the game?
It swelled up. Yeah, I played the rest of the game, but we ended up losing. So, we went back home, and over there in the DR, you only got 1 day rest. Wow. So, I couldn't even really get that much treatment and all that. So, I iced it as much as possible. I did the stem, try to get the swelling down. Yeah. And I played the next game, one arm, you know what I'm saying? Just what I could do. We won that game, and then we had the fifth game at home.
Yeah.
And, man,
well, hold on.
We ended up losing, but...
What part of your arm did you mess up?
My labial.
Oh, so you couldn't.
That shoulder cup, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have surgery. I just ended up strengthening all the muscles around it. And, I've been cool and fine ever since, you know what I'm saying? So,
I don't even want to throw you off. Let me ask you this question real quick, though. Did you think, I think it was Trent Williams who was talking about, he don't do, when he rehab, he don't let them bust up the scar tissue. Did you do that? Was that what your thinking was?
Nah, man, truth be told, I ain't even know what to think. I'm in the Dominican Republic. You feel me?
Yeah.
If I was in the States, they probably would have gave me more options.
Yeah.
But over there, it's like, man, just put this stem on your arm and shock these electrodes in there and get that blood flowing.
That's what's up.
So, man, like I said, I came home. I called my trainer from college. I asked him, what should I do? He gave me a bunch of, exercises, man, and I was back. But
how long it take?
Yeah, probably like 2 months of me strengthening it up.
You still got those exercises? I might need what? I might need
It's-
that.
But that's
My
why
shoulder
they
fucked
say
up.
they're not gonna make
But it
the
wasn't a pull tear, you know what I'm saying? It was partial, but any tear, that's what baseball players usually get.
Yeah, that's why he probably out for the year.
Yeah,
they like,
but
he
see,
come back
it's better, it's technology surgery. He gonna be back. They gonna get him right.
25.
Yeah, and if
he probably, if you said 2 months for yours,
Yeah,
he's still gonna probably be another 6 to 8 weeks. So that put him through what, March?
past the All-Star break for sure.
I'm not sure how good Memphis doing, so I don't know if he'll be
Exactly.
able to come
They
back.
like
but-
save him.
Memphis like 8 and
it ain't
17 or
They ain't
something
doing
like that.
Man, it might be a good thing, man, because they might get a draft pick, a high draft pick out of this, man. So man,
Everything happened for a reason.
Yeah, for
hopefully
sure.
He'll get back and stay out of the clubs and stay out of trouble and off alive. Now that he got more time on his hands.
No, for sure.
But nah, shouts out to Ja, man. He definitely came back hard, and it was exciting getting him back and seeing him play.
We gotta watch that. I'm just saying, I ain't want to do it, but I guess at 24 we can stop that.
What?
It's only y'all New York niggas.
He said, man, something about him coming hard or something. I don't know, man. He had to rewind and pause that.
It's too hard.
I said he came back hard. I said he came back hard.
We
gonna throw that.
We went on that no
We ain't.
I think we all comfortable.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Now I'm comfortable, but sometimes when you say some shit, that sound crazy.
It is loud though, man.
That sound crazy.
Hey, to each his own, man. Y'all know if y'all funny or not, man. Kid.
Don't pause me, man. You know what the fuck I meant. That's all. That's all. That's it, and that's all.
Man.
Nah, that's what's up.
So yeah, that's just so the next we're gonna get, like I said, we're gonna go from light topics to heavier and heavier. So
Flowing.
the next thing we have on the docket is the do's and don'ts of 2023 into 2024. So obviously it's the beginning of the new year. A lot of people are doing New Year's resolutions. A lot of people are just tweaking and seeing what was good last year that worked, what was not good last year that didn't work, how we're gonna adjust this year. I'm not personally, I don't believe in New Year's resolutions. I believe just tweak. Like obviously we all go back and look at situations in the past or the past year, past months, and okay, what worked, what didn't, who worked, who didn't, XYZ. So I think that's a great place to start off, especially on this episode, the first one after the new year. So
You gotta kick it off, man.
yeah. Oh shit. Okay. Shit, man. I think every year one of the main things for me in the beginning is just reevaluating. Obviously, like all the moves that were made last year, business wise, friendship wise, relationship wise. And, for me, I've always said that my biggest asset are my friends and family.
Yeah.
100,000% is my biggest asset. And, when I was younger, I used to have a whole bunch of people around me, thinking that people I was partying with in the club were real friends, and as well, and that's just what it is when you're young. You know what I'm saying? Like, eventually you grow up and everybody kind of filters themselves out, or you just figure it out yourself. Based on certain situations, who was there for you, who wasn't there for you. You know what I mean? Like, I went through some shit this year. I know who was there for me and who wasn't there for me, and the people that are here for me right now are the people that was there for me. So that's really all I need to know and all I need to see. And, anyway, it's not a big difference from what it was before that, but it was just like, all right.
Did you get any shockers from anything you went through last year and people wasn't there for you?
No, because I kind of already knew who my people are and what my tribe and my world is. So there was absolutely no shock. Actually, it was just more of a reinforcement of the people that were and are there, still here. And that's it for real. You know what I mean?
So
like,
you ain't feel no way.
Nah, at all.
That's good.
At all.
And you know what, man? That's key.
I felt great about the people that I had realized before that were the real ones. Yeah. And I was like, oh, those were the real ones.
Yeah. And that's key,
and there was surprise on the other side, like people that I didn't necessarily think, but they showed up. Yeah. And they showed up heavy. And I was like, God damn, all right. Stamp, say less. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
I'm with you.
And that's key, man, because you know, man, young people, man, anybody out there watching, man, you gotta identify your friends, man. Identify the real ones, man, and treat them right, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody busy, man. They got a lot going on. They trying different things. They doing different things. We going through different things, man. Identify your people, man. Be there for them so they could be there for you, man. If you ever need them, man.
Yeah, big shout out before we. I just want to shout out to a couple of people on live. Everybody, Mini Corriday, what's up? Street Product, A1 Flow, what up? You already know. Yeah, man. Let's everybody keep building, man, and keep building with the right people, with the right attitude and the right vibe for you.
It's a process, though. You on point. I remember I dealt with that like mad years ago when I was outside.
Yeah.
You coming across so many people, and every time you see people, it's that
yeah. Like y'all been doing.
We just do a 10 for me. These chicks, chicks that throw a little shovel at the feet when they see you, then you fall off for a little bit, you go away a little bit, then you come back, and everybody just was like,
wasn't nobody checking for you.
It wasn't even nobody was checking because I went low, but
now life just happened. Important though.
It was like right after I had my son, so it's like I just went low for a little bit for like a good year. I think when I came back out, that's when we did the thing at Ozio together. In December, some shit. Like but what happened was when you start going back out again, you started running to the same old faces, and depending on how people have changed over time, whether they got in position or moved around, you start seeing how people start like, oh shit, it was love just, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm the only one. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and I'm like, okay. But it took a while. And after a little bit, you start realizing, that's why like now for me, it's like, look, if I fuck with you, I fuck with you.
Right.
I don't need you to do anything to show me that you fuck with me. When I stop fucking with you, I stop fucking with you. And there ain't gonna be nothing you can do to change that. However, as long as I'm fuck with you, I'm gonna fuck with you, even if you don't give me a reason to fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? So that way I don't feel no kind of way. So like you said, no expectations. I have none. Cause I don't expect for you to fuck with me like I fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? But if you do, shit, nigga, let's drink.
That's my problem. That's my problem, man. If I fuck with you, I just assume you fuck with me. Period.
And it's to a fault sometimes.
But that's because I come from a brotherhood. Meaning I played basketball since I was 7. You know what I'm saying? So I've been with a team. All my life.
You play sports,
you dig what I'm saying? Same with anybody, football and all that. We know football, basketball. That's what being our, culture. But that's who I was with, and that's what lane you in. When I get to coming outside and get to seeing people from high school, people from this way, that way. It's love, like, what's up, y'all? You know what I'm saying? I ain't seen y'all. I wasn't in this realm right here. What's up? But then I realized, man, that shit, foo-foo, you hear me?
Yeah.
Man, my bad.
I guess as for me, I look at it this way. Through the years, it's been people growing up with, just like from the sandbox and so forth. But then I also seen people on my way up, and those people were always there. But then as I started to descend in certain things that happened in my life, I started, as I'm going down one rung, these people are disappearing left and right. But when I have everything, everyone's there. So then I looked at it like, okay, well, you're more of an associate than you are a brother or a friend to me. Because most of the people that's close to me, I have many associates and so forth, I consider my brothers. And so I guess it's kind of petty, but I look at if it's not beneficial or two-way or reciprocal in our relationship, I don't think I really need you, especially I had to look at people where you're going to hold me accountable for certain things. You know, as we're getting older, we're growing. You shouldn't be growing dumber, but you should be growing wiser. And if the people around you that circle around you, or even trying to help you, or not even trying to help you, if they're not helping you get to that next level, what's the point of you being around me? You can take me to the next party. We can see a VIP. We could pop a bottle. We could do some things. We can chase women. We can do all these other things. But at the end of the day, what are we profiting? Exactly.
Yeah,
what are we profiting from?
You look up and ain't nothing.
Exactly.
Ain't nothing.
Man,
You know
I
what
go
I'm
one
saying?
step further, man. My shit is simple. Where I'm going, I gotta get away from certain people. Certain shit gotta just disappear. Certain things that I made exceptions for, certain shit that I wanted to happen, I need it to go.
Yeah.
I might not be willing to make it go, but I need it to go. So at some point, I'm gonna start going hard and start rocking out a certain way because I want you to fuck up if you're not for real. You help me. Because I might not have done it on my own, so you help me. You know what I'm saying? Well, I might not have seen it.
You know what's crazy? Because the homie, Doc Paul, he had a clip on his page, man, where he was talking. Oh, he had a clip on his page where he was talking about that. You know what I'm saying? And it's just real. Like, you gotta put them to the test. And you gotta move around. You know what I'm saying? You gotta change up shit. You can't be doing the same thing.
Certain people can't. Certain people just can't come with you. Sometimes that's it. When you're growing and you're maturing and you're trying to get to the next level, or even if you're just going through life, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody cannot come with you, and everybody in this room right now is somebody and does something. You know what I mean? So one of the most grateful things I am is that all of the men I have around me are doing them. You know what I mean? They're following their own path. They're not, however high or low, wherever you're at in that process, like everybody's doing their thing. And, you know what I mean? And I value that a lot. And there's no like, it's just like everybody just can't come with you, man. Like this is it.
That's the
like,
moral of it, man.
Everybody can't come with you. Cause we ain't going to
tell him no.
Yeah, you gotta tell them no. Yeah. We're gonna get to it.
Look, your sister we got right there, man. Look, man, listen.
I could have let it go. I had to say it.
Look, what was your thoughts on that?
Oh, I loved it. Man. I gotta go watch it again.
Yo, how many times have you watched it?
I've only watched it once so far, but I'm definitely watching it again. It's on my list tonight. It's on my list tonight. It's on my list tonight because the first time it's a 3-hour interview, so you can't catch everything. But I definitely want to go back and rewatch again just to reabsorb everything. And I think that last hour for me. The last hour was like the best hour. And, he was roasting people in the first two, but the last hour he really got into like himself and his beliefs and, all of those things. And, what he thinks, what he said about Kanye made all the sense to me in the world. I'm like, he was like, what do we expect from Kanye? Y'all put him up here. Right. And yes, he's a musical genius and all of these things. But when you tell somebody that, I'm paraphrasing, of course. When you tell somebody that, they are a genius and the Messiah, he called himself Jesus. So you can't take him one way or the other. You just have to take him as Kanye.
I take that as a ride, though. He rode the wave on that one. When Jay started Jehovah and all that shit. I think he just rode that wave. If you Jehovah, we don't watch the thrones, and I'm you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I think, but yes.
You feel me?
He was like, oh yeah, that's how you go. Yeah. All right, I can't stand next to you. That be close enough. You know what I'm saying? Jehovah, let me be
Jesus. I never even thought about that. That's a good
point.
But look, the main shit was, man. Niggas boxing niggas out, man, when they get on, man. And at the end of the day, man, it's enough to go around, man. And the hate just gotta, man. You just gotta, man, get it about your system, man.
Facts.
And just elevate each other, man, because we all out here striving for, the same thing, man. And that's greatness, man. And whatever way greatness is to us, and like. What I'm doing ain't gonna hurt what Ebou doing, was George doing. you know, what we all doing. You know what I'm saying? But if we got something that we could put them on with, then put them on. Let's get some money. Let's break bread.
But that's real
the
man
right
time.
way.
Yeah,
and that's just
real man time.
you know,
like,
man time. That's it, man.
Because
like,
I know
weird shit, man.
I know whatever y'all doing. Eventually, because y'all my men, it's gonna come back to me regardless.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. On some level, we're gonna do business. We're gonna figure out a way to make this happen organically. Just because we around each other all the time, we talk all the time. We, you know, anytime I have an event, I hit George. Yo, you trying to? I know he's not all the way out there as much as he used to be, but hey, if you want to fuck with it, fuck with it. If you don't, I understand. Cool, just fuck with it on whatever level that you're gonna do it. And if you're not, I 100% understand. So it's just one of those things, because that's just how I am. But however, I also, then me and Eddie had this conversation earlier this week. I don't expect other people to do what I do, because I understand that we're not, I'm not you, you're not me.
Correct.
So if I do something, I do it because that's what I felt like doing. That's what made me feel good about our situation, and it made me understand.
Absolutely. And that's how I feel with everything that I do. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, man, my partners, man. You know what I'm saying? When I was hooping and shit, my homies, they was in the stands. You know what I'm saying? They cheered for me. They sice. They with me. You know what I'm saying? So now, after the career, if they got something going on through the relationships that I done made, through the people that I built brotherhoods with, you know, sisterhoods, I'm able to connect them dots. You know, but when you connect them dots, man, you got to do right. You got to do right. And I don't expect you to do it, but I'm just telling you, you got to do right in some capacity. You feel me?
Supposed to.
I think cats are different.
And we got to put that message out there so they could get it in their head, though.
Cats are different. And I'm not going to call him different. He's a different type of man. I mean, I think there's different. We all know there's different types of men. I mean, I listened to one of his specials. Like, there's 5 different types of people. I don't know what the 5 types are, but one of the things that I realized when I was listening to him, he never was trying to be accepted.
Get on, yeah.
He wasn't like every time you listen to a story, I did this, I was working, I used this. Okay, I knew I had to do this, so I went over here, I did this. But it's like, okay, he was creating his value the whole time. All right, I'm gonna go to Sacramento. Okay, I'm gonna go to Oakland. I'm gonna do this. Like, it wasn't like put me on. It was like, I'm gonna figure out how to win and conquer. And then once I figure out how to do it and I can stand next to the people that I fuck with, then I'm good. I don't gotta ask to be on. They're gonna either put me on or I'll put myself on.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Where the other ones, I'm not saying they was thinking like, how do I be the best at this craft? They was just on some like, put me on, or they was looking for somebody to be liked. So I guess they use the same mantra when they are in position. If I don't like you, or I have to like you in order for me to put you on. Whereas Cat is on some, if you good, I'm putting you on. Yeah. If I fuck with you and I think you're dope, it don't matter if I like you as a human being. But if I think you're dope,
respect due.
Because it's about the craft. It's about whatever we doing. It's like if you bowling right now, do you want to like all your teammates? But if you know these are the best players, man, nigga, we'll figure it out.
Exactly.
It's like Jordan, you know what I'm saying? And the Bulls.
Jordan didn't like Rodman like that.
I don't know. I ain't fuck with them niggas, man. I was my squad, man. And they know who they was, and they know how we was going. You feel me? And yeah, but everything you saying is right, man. It's personality types, man.
If we about this business, we about this business. Who with me? We'll figure it out. Shit. And you work in the corporate world, you definitely know that. You work with a lot of motherfuckers you don't like.
And see, that's what I'm realizing now on this next chapter. You feel me? Because I'm got to mix and mingle with the world now, opposed to me being in my lane and rocking with people I know, boom, know what I do, did, da 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 da. So you know, that's been like, it ain't been surprising, but it's been like, damn. Okay, this shit different.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. I agree. And I used to be quiet about it now, man. But after me and my brother talk, man, now I'm about to press everything out and stand on business, man. Because y'all ain't been standing on business, and you know that's a phrase y'all like to use, man. So just know when we coming, man, we it's all business, man.
Yeah,
all business, straight up.
Yeah, and even with your men. listen,
with everybody.
With everybody. Listen, this is what we're doing.
You're not my
this
man.
Is what I
You're not my
do.
man if we ain't on business.
This is how we're doing it. Do you agree or disagree? Tell me what you think about it. If I disagree, if I agree, we're gonna meet in the middle or not meet in the middle, and we're gonna do business or not do business.
Correct.
At the end of the day, you're still gonna be my man, and that's it. Let's just keep shit a buck, and
that
let's go.
Shit gets
it gets messy.
Scary hours, man.
It gets messy.
Tricky, but why?
It doesn't have to.
Because people not honest. People not honest about what they want. People are not honest about what they need.
Can do.
You know what I'm saying?
People not honest about what they can do.
What you could do, whatever. But put your number out there, and we can make that work or get as close as possible to it. Then, man, we know what we doing this for. We doing this for our family. We doing it for each other. We gonna go eat, break bread together. We going out together, doing all that shit.
Man,
but why we ain't getting no money together? No, absolutely. We got to this point of thinking, no. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we all lost a lot through this whole thing, and a lot of people have
money, time, friends, all that,
everything. But we gotta do better, and that's just my stance on it, man.
That's why I said I need you to fuck up. You know what I'm saying?
So you could cut them, clip them.
Because it helps me. Like because
I'm with you. I'm like that.
Anybody know me? I'm low key. When I'm outside, but for the most part, I'm low key. I like to chill, watch TV. I could be in front of my laptops all day. I be vibing. I be in my head most of the day. You know what I'm saying? But when I'm outside, I'm just vibing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really too much on the fluff shit, but at the end of the day, I be chilling. So my thing is, if we try and do something, I'm thinking you seeing it the way I'm seeing it. Because I'm telling you exactly how I'm seeing it.
Yeah.
I ain't got no bullshit in me to mince the words on how I actually see it. You know what I'm saying? So my whole thing is, once we on that type of game, let's rock. Or what have you. But if you really not on it, most people not gonna sit because they thinking, he gonna take me all the way there. Or when they get there, they probably start out with those intentions, but once you get to where you was trying to get to, some people, when the lights come on, they attracted more to the lights than everything that brought them to the light. Yeah. You feel me?
And I'm glad you said that, because I had to get used to being by myself. And I think a lot of people don't get used to being with themselves, to learn themselves and learn where they want to go and see what's the minutia around you. Because you can be around a crowd of people, like we're saying. But like, hey, George is saying, hey, let's wait till somebody fuck up. But that's when you get to see it by yourself. Then you'll know your next steps. If you can't take time to reflect and meditate, I think me and you, EB, was talking about this earlier, about, hey, having that alone time allows you to readjust your readjustment with all your so-called friends and the people around you and the business decisions that you make. Because if you don't know what you need and what you want, you're no good to the group as well. So at the same token, taking that time to reflect and meditate and see where you need to move, that's some of the things talking in relation to what we were talking about from 2023 to 2024. That's some things I had to do, be comfortable by being by myself. You know, as much as I like to network, and I'm not an introvert by no means, but I like to network and do a lot of other things outside of photography. But at the same token, if I can't get it done collectively, that's not going to stop the show. I just need to figure out, hey, this is what I need, and who's going to actually add to that instead of subtract.
I DIY everything.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if you see me moving, you could jump on. Like, you could jump in the car. Yeah. I'm like, I got like I don't know why I went to the 90s. But I feel like I gotta move the table instead. I be feeling like I'm I got MPV or one of these new Toyota Caravan joints with both sides open. Man, I'm riding with both sides open, man. Jump in.
If you try to go.
I'm like the trolley.
Are you gonna slow down now?
No, I'm like a trolley.
Okay.
I'm going fast enough for you to jump in the car when you see me moving. You know what I'm saying? Just jump in. Niggas be like double dutching this shit, waiting for you to be like, jump. Come on. I'm tagging you in. It's like, nah, I ain't stopping you from getting in. Jump in the car. If I made you a part of it, even by talking about it, you in the car with me. You know what I'm saying?
And you know that guy, and that's something right there.
Don't be out the car with the door opening your feet out.
Ebou told me that, man. He said, man, you know, speak up, man. Say what you want. Say what it is. Because, man, I was in that mode because I be chilling. I'm laid back. I be cooling. You know, because I know wherever I'm at, I could do me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, in the sense of trying to do business or doing anything with other people, you know, I just was like, they know to do right. Yeah. And they ain't do right. You feel me? And he like, nah, with these, you gotta speak up. And I said, you know what? Yeah. So, you know, it's different times now, man.
I'm with you on that one. I'm with you.
Yeah, and you just gotta know who you're dealing with and all that stuff.
Now, sometimes you don't know.
No, so, yeah, absolutely.
You really don't know. Like you could tell the difference between a person who's just making a bad choice, like a foolish decision, and a motherfucker who's caught up by finessing it. Or a person who always moving in that spirit. You know what I mean? They always trying to get one extra. You know what I'm saying? Let me get one more extra or whatever. Like they never like content if it's 50-50. They got to figure out a way to make it 51-49. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They never can just be satisfied. Shit, they'll take a 1/10 of a point if they can. They got to find some way. Like that's just their spirit. So when you move with those type of people, sometimes you don't know because you don't know they play because you don't even think like them.
But see, you know, and I'm okay with that. And that's what I'm saying about Ebou saying speak up. If you want 60 because you need that, for whatever reason, just don't like go stupid. Like
you don't
crazy.
know until they go stupid.
Oh yeah. But that's what we find out. But
please
tell them, like, speak on that.
Yeah,
like I need
like
this
nah,
play.
I need 60,
I need
bro.
this play. I need the next play. You could get the 60 or 50, 52. You know what I'm saying? But I get what you're saying 100%. But I just think everybody need to be transparent. Tell you they fucked up? Man, but we got to start standing on business, man, because
it'll be dope if a motherfucker be like, yo, I'm going to fuck you over.
No, not that I'm going to fuck you over, but
you know what I'm saying? Like, look, I'm gonna find a way.
I think everybody that asks for something or you know, got something going on, they genuinely got something they want to do with that. But then something, and they do something else with it.
Yeah.
But off the break, when they ask for it, it's pretty much to do whatever they want to do. But they fuck it up, and then they don't get it back to where they can pay you back or where. So, you know, I used to give niggas benefit of the doubt, but I can't no more.
I ain't gonna lie to you. My answer, like the way I see that is something I started telling myself or thinking about a while ago. And my thing was like, if I'm lying to myself about something, I'm lying to everybody else as well. Right? But sometimes people don't think they lying to themselves. That's why that thing with Kat was talking about there's a difference between delusion and confidence or whatever. I think that's what it is. A lot of times people have already lied to themselves and believe their own lie. So the way they operate is in a way, it's in the lie, but it's presented as the truth. You feel me? And because that's the truth they want to believe. But because they operating on that back end and they know they're going to do that, that's why you wind up seeing what you see when it happens. You feel me? And you just be like, all right, that's what it is. But that's what I say. It's one thing to see the motherfucker just fucked up with you and made him a bad decision or seen something wrong. And it's another thing when you notice that, oh no, this is how you really want to move with me. Yeah. Like
you think I'm sweet.
Not even just me. It's not even just me. I seen it with everybody else too. I just didn't see it like it happening to me because I fuck with you so hard.
We got a partner like that.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
You see him, you know what I'm talking about?
We got a partner like that, man, and we just accept him as he is, man.
Nah, listen, man, I had to even detach myself from family members like that, yo. Like that shit was probably the hardest thing in the world, but it's one of the realest things. That's why I just came to the understanding. I'm like, damn, that's why certain things wasn't shaking. But at the same time, I'm like, oh, as I get away from certain things or certain individuals, I start seeing the transformation long before it happened. I just got to remember not to, you know what I'm saying? Or I tell like, yo, don't trip. Like,
so you can't miss them sides.
Like, it's like a nigga practicing shooting threes and shit. And he missing them. Now they start going in. Now he content. He stopped doing the work. You know what I'm saying? Because he like, they going in now. And it's like, nah, keep acting like they not going in. And just if they go in, be like, okay, it went in, but it's not gonna go in because you're gonna keep putting in that work. You know what I'm saying? But as soon as you get comfortable, all right, it's going in, and you stop putting in the work, you just think you're gonna go back out there and it's gonna go in like it did last time. That's how it always just happened. So it is what it is.
That's violent, man.
Yeah. What was your favorite part though? That's what I want to know. Who's favorite? Like, what's your favorite part? If you had to pick one, what was the favorite part about that interview?
I'll let somebody else go first. I gotta think.
So much to dissect in that interview.
I still got to watch it again.
I cheated because I wanted to just
I gotta watch that again, man. But go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, definitely for me, I don't know if I was paying attention more or it just hit me more. Like that last 45 minutes to an hour where the conversation went was my your favorite part where he would, it was just talking about other things besides the other comedians he don't fuck with, and just his take on life and the things he does, the things that people around him do, his kids and those things. So that was definitely my favorite part. Like the stuff with the other comedians was definitely entertaining as shit. And I was like, God damn, this nigga's like unloading the whole clip, Uzi, Chopper, everything coming out. He got the whole arsenal. But at the end it was and that's really the part where I want to go back to and really digest what he was saying for real. But the man, he
it was all good for me.
Yeah, he was thorough.
Even when he was talking about the other comedians, for me, that was entertaining, but he was letting you know why it is what it is the entire time. And his thing was the way I interpret it is you listening to a dude. Because he was passionate about it. That wasn't like, I'm entertaining. He don't get up here with that. He on the juice. He can't come in here with that body. No. Or we can't allow the losers to rewrite because he's looking at it like, yo, I really put in work. Whatever you think about me, you could talk about, how many times I got arrested or whatever. But if I've been doing 100.
The service.
If I've been doing 100 shows every year for the last 19 years and the people who doing this, they haven't been doing nothing in the last 15 plus. And what they've done doesn't even touch what I'm doing, right? Mm-hmm. You can't talk a certain kind of way. And even though he said what he said about, I think it was an earthquake. Mm-hmm. Say, he couldn't read the cue cards. But he still gave us probably like, yo, I've never seen a bad show. So you see, it's no hate. It's no hate. It's just like when you really put in the work and you really that person, right? You can't allow people who got the light, who never were or aren't, to say what it actually is. You know what I'm saying? That's why niggas be getting bad at skip. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You can say, okay, you played a bad game, you did this, you did that, but you can't talk about certain players like you was really putting in that work. And you know what it takes to be that good on the court. Yeah. That's why I love KG and Paul, because they be going at it. You could tell they was some dudes in that locker room.
They probably got a couple of scuffles between themselves in there, but that's what brotherhood is about, though.
Facts.
Be that. So, yeah, the Cat Williams. I'm definitely going back to watch it at some point this week. I need to see that twice. If you haven't seen it, definitely go watch it. It's just a good interview. Shannon got the most followers.
He went up like 600 in 5 days. 600,000.
It's crazy. I saw before we came on. I saw Michael Blackson said Shannon owes Cat a check because after 38 million views or something like that, you get like that bag.
Oh, he gonna get a bag.
So yeah, you need to kick.
You better believe
kick him a meal or something, man. Like that shit crazy. But yeah, shout out to Cat Williams. Shout out for keeping it real. Shout out to
keeping it real.
And that's what we on 2024. That's what we've been on. But for y'all other niggas, keep it real. That's all.
You other niggas.
Yeah, because we've been on that. So
leave me alone.
So all right, I'm gonna let you. That's the next topic.
Next up, I believe that's E. Man, check this out. We got the Mistress and Mr. Rule. This is where we get to talk about our ladies, man, and what we expect and not expect, man, what we going to accept, not accept.
Yo, that's funny you said that. I literally thought about that on my way here.
Like, can I set it up real quick?
Go ahead.
We were having a conversation offline before we got on, just about certain people that have extracurricular marriage activities.
Different type of relationship.
No names, nothing like that. But we thought it would be a good topic to chime in on because certain people have been married and have had a serious relationship and been in another whole relationship for a long periods of time, and it's just like, okay, in those cases, like what's happening? What are we doing? What are the rules? What's accepted? What's not accepted for men and women's side?
Y'all got some rules for how it go.
All right. Define the rules. Is this like for you?
For you and your partner had like.
Is it whatever whatever I do, they can do?
I don't know if you can talk about that, man.
I think.
I mean, talk.
Okay, we're gonna talk
about that.
And we're gonna talk real. Are we talking real?
Yeah, we can. Yeah, we talking real.
Keep it. We said keep it real.
2024.
So, I mean, for me, I just think that. I just think that like if you and them, the shit is fucking complex and layered and confusing all at the same time. Because it matters. I see it so many different ways. Like if you a person, it don't matter, male or female, doesn't matter. If person A doesn't really fuck with person B.
In a relationship.
Yeah, right? Then.
Why they together?
Like, I'm not going to say for whatever reason.
Because I was going to ask Dr. Paul that, man.
Yeah, but, there's a bunch of reasons, right? You know what I'm saying? It could be financial. It could be just history, like shared past, shared history, whatever. It is a number of reasons. So if person A don't really fuck with person B, then they may have a willful ignorance if person B's moving, right? Because they not checking anyway, right? Then it's another thing if person A is really checking person B, but has person C. You feel what I'm saying? So I think that the rules change based on where that individual is in their present situation. You know what I mean? And the rules are going to be skewed based on certain things, right? So when people talk about that high value shit, they was like, the guys in this manosphere thing, they talk about it from the perspective, like if I got the bag and your life is secure, then you just need to be comfortable with the fact that your life is secure and whatever I gotta do is whatever I gotta do. You don't even gotta pay it no mind. You feel me? That's how they think about it. They might still be checking, but they feel they're entitled to everything.
That's valid.
And I think it all depends on where you at mentally. You know what I'm saying? So I think it changes. So
that's
for me,
a valid joint right there.
Yeah. So those are. So I guess the rule is if you ain't really checking, then you keep the mentality. Don't go see nothing. Don't go look for nothing. I mean, don't go look for nothing. Don't go looking to hear nothing. And even set up the play.
Doorstep, huh?
And set up the play.
What
you should go out of town. You should travel.
You definitely need to take that thing on the road.
Being an offender myself of infidelity, I think there are some rules to it. 1, no public embarrassment. 2, no outside kids. 3, and not the last least, no STDs. I mean, at the end of the day, if you're going to do your thing, I don't condone it. I'm not proud that I've done it before, but at the same token, hey, take that to the grave with you. You know, I think that you can still be disrespectful, but respectful at the same time. And I know that's an oxymoron, but at the same token, those 3 rules, that's how I would look at it. At the end of the day, if you're going to be out here, don't be flaunting it. You know, it's already bad enough you're doing bad and you didn't decide to leave. You know what I'm saying?
But what if you ain't doing bad and you just found you another flame?
Can she get under the flame?
I'm saying if she into, igniting other flames.
You be you.
Oh, could you get into another flame?
Yes,
on the other
same
side.
way you are. Which you like. You understand the situation with how you got into your flame situation outside of your relationship. So if she got it and you don't know, but you like, okay, ignorance is bliss and all that. But if she did,
so she got her flame and I got my flame.
Is it okay?
I don't know. She got a flame because when we interact and mix and come do us, it's all normal and just cool.
Yeah,
man, shit, what you don't know won't hurt you. I guess True. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying. But if you really rocking with somebody, you're gonna be about them. But man, however y'all want to do it, man. Listen, man, I just want to be happy, man. You feel me? Hopefully I make you happy and I'm all you ever need. But if so, then please don't do it with nobody out. That's my ops. You know, do it with a different type of guy. How about that? Don't do it with a guy in my ethnicity.
I'm an offender too, man. But I'll wait. I'll let you go.
Man, I'm chilling though. I'm chilling. But yeah, we can figure it out. It's a conversation.
I think we've all been offenders at some point in our lives as men. You know what I'm saying?
It's a conversation.
Like just keep as far as would I be okay with even if I didn't know and she was doing it? No. I'm a hypocrite, whatever you want to call me. That's just me being me. I'm a man. I just couldn't. Like, we're breaking up. We're never talking again. I don't see you. Nothing. Done. We're done. That's just me. I can't do it. Even if we broke up on a regular shit, like this is how fucked up I am. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I'm a Virgo. I'm my mother's only child, so I'm just used to certain things. But even if we break up on some like breakup where we might make up in like 3 months type of shit, we all know what that is. And
Dr. Paul.
And I found out that you went and like if I find out you fucked another dude in that too, I don't want to ever touch you again in my life.
Yeah, that's my philosophy. I can't put my mouth on you.
I cannot do it ever again.
Once you've been with somebody else, I can't put my mouth on.
Yeah. I can't. I just can't. I can't explain why I'm like this, but I'm like this. So that's it. Like ain't no talking, nothing.
Yeah, if I find out or if I know, then yeah, it's like really, like nah. But if I don't know,
yeah, I mean you don't know what you don't know,
and we just vibing, and it's it's just.
But that's when we tend to be territorial anyway, you know.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. So we definitely, I don't know, man.
I'm odd man out there.
I'm just a conversation. We got to have a conversation because everybody's different.
There's a few things that I realized as I got older. When I was young in my 20s, I had to experience this or what have you. I had to experience the combination of the beautiful lie and the ugly reality of like learning, right? Like every girl I ever dated, right? In life. Every has always been like, oh no, I wasn't talking to nobody. I was chilling.
Oh, that's what she said.
Everyone.
That's what they said.
It's always, just going on dates, or I went out on a couple dates, or I wasn't talking to nobody. I was chilling. And you know it's bullshit because if you've been outside even for like a day, you know how it's easy to move.
10 a day, man. 10 a day.
So I guess I say that to say, like when the lie is happening, you comfortable with the lie, even in the back of your mind. You like, I don't really see that. Like because you can't. It's two things I look at it. You can't make me feel like you try to make me feel like I'm the only one who see you this way. Mm-hmm. I'm the only one who see you like, damn girl, I fuck with you.
You so beautiful.
Like why?
No.
Like damn, just me.
And you don't want to be that.
And you don't want nobody else, just me. Like nobody else. Like nobody. Like oh my god. Like my life is golden, right? That's how the conversations go.
Yeah.
So in the back of your mind, this is bullshit, but I believe it because I don't gotta deal with the reality, right? But then once the reality was discovered, it's like. And I don't know how women process this information, but like as a dude, everything you've done, you imagine the same thing being done.
True.
Times 5.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
100%.
And then you like, whatever you felt goes up 100%. Like it triples like 500%. Like no other nigga could feel this way about you.
I just had a weird joke,
Yo, so the whole point is the beautiful lie and then the ugly reality. Okay. When you dealt with it, you get to a point in life where you just start like, as I got older, what I realized is the truth is sometimes it's that like initial reaction and those outside feelings that make you feel like you can't touch this, you can't be a part of this, you don't want it. But unless you seriously turned off to it, my mentality is like, if you ain't gonna do nothing, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, then you already know what it is. It's the control part that you're mad about. You thought you had something that wasn't there for you no more. Mm-hmm. Right? And even though it's in front of you, you're telling yourself that it's not for me. right? But then when you've offended, you kind of understand what it is. And it ain't the same. I don't think it's the same always for women, but as a guy, some of that shit is a beautiful lie. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this was cool for now. Like, it wasn't meant to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Right? But we gonna live in this bliss or this bubble whenever we living in this bubble.
Talk about it.
But that's just a bubble. You know what I'm saying? That's just a bubble. And you know it.
Man.
And you living in it. So if you lived in it, to some degree, you do kind of give grace to the idea if you have to deal with it yourself. It ain't easy, but that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? And as I got older, I realized if I ain't gonna do nothing, man, look, if you want me to be stupid, I will believe it. I'm the only one? Really? Thank you.
All right.
For loving me this way.
Man, you just gotta make.
So the rule is going back to that cat, like, be you, be authentically you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and stop faking, stop fronting. You know what I'm saying? Because eventually you're gonna realize where you really stand. You know what I mean? And people be bullshitting sometimes, and it's like that cyclical shit. I did that shit so much, I was like, I'm done. I'm tired of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going back to what I already knew I was going back to. It ain't no more fruit there. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know,
man, the fruit bad on that tree.
Yeah, and you knew it because you ain't planted right. You know what I'm saying? You never even planted this shit right. You just went and took somebody else's shit out the yard and put it in your yard for a half a second. You know what I mean?
So do you think that your roots need to be firmly planted, or are you just a representative of?
Say that again.
So you said that you going into someone else's yard and uprooting them, right? Mm-hmm. How do you know how are you grounded? I think.
But that's the thing, though. I think that a lot of times if you feel entitled to everything, then you're firmly rooted, right? But sometimes you could be in a situation that isn't firmly rooted.
Yeah.
Right? You probably could have fucking tilled the soil, dug the hole, put the good shit in, watered it every day, but it just seemed barren to you, or for whatever reason, or it only grow to a certain length. You know what I'm saying? And then you just like, all right, maybe I'm fucking up, or maybe it's me. Then you get into all right, you know what I'm saying? That's how you end up in other yards, and then you like, shit. Mm-hmm. Then probably once you get there, you probably realize, I was good. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
that post not clarity.
Yeah, now to some it's harder to 100 times harder to get into something. You know what I'm saying? That's just, and I don't know why that is, but it is.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, that energy be real. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that energy be real.
Boy, that devil be tap dancing on your shoulder.
Man, but is it really the devil, or is it something that you needed?
That's a good question, man.
Each experience make you a better man, a better person, and make you
you're right.
reevaluate and make the next move your best move and shit like that. But because we aren't transparent off gate, like, look, I don't know how this gonna be. I'm rocking with you. I'm fucking with you, man. Let's just enjoy.
Now you real. I think for guys, it's too.
No woman wants to ever hear that statement you just made, and I've said it. Right? I've said it. No, we've all said it. We've all said it. I don't know.
Why don't they?
This is why we need the women here, though.
If they are committed to you, and another nigga come along the way, another man, another different type of style that they are attracted, they definitely gonna bite.
Here's my
definitely
opinion.
Talking to them. They definitely, if it ain't the first time, it's the third time I see you.
Listen,
and that's just facts.
I hate to generalize.
We doing like it's probably a handful that's just keeping it. This is my man. I'm my man. I'm focused. It's my family. I got my kids. We rocking. We solid. You know what I'm saying? It's not more than a handful of people, but it's all types of situations and,
Bro, I'm going to tell you for real, I honestly believe part of what can contribute to this problem, I'm going to call it the problem, and I don't want to generalize when it comes to women, but I think in large part, they don't see men, I don't want to use the word correctly, but their perspective on men creates this fantasy world.
We're commodities.
Oh yeah,
it's a fantasy world.
All they got is
we're commodities. We're gold. We're diamond. We're lithium. We're fucking whatever. It's like we're commodities. Not to all of y'all. I'm talking like I'm just gonna speak to, and I'm gonna let you. The younger generation. We are commodities for the most part to them. Like we're means to get to the life they want to get to. That's it.
And they gonna stop. They gonna they gonna use it accordingly, man.
Yeah, but go ahead.
I mean, the idea that I got in my brain right now is just the idea of if you took the time to understand who you with, if you really invested and took the time to understand who you with or who you chose, you would do a lot better than toiling with the idea of what you thought it was based on the fact that you chose a man. So when you talk about commodity, it's like no different than like, all right, I bought a mannequin. I'm just using the mannequin. I see clothes in here. So get a mannequin, and because you got a mannequin, you think that all the clothes that you got in here should fit on that mannequin, right? As opposed to saying, well, did I get the skinny mannequin? Did I get the fat mannequin to fit the clothes and the size of the clothes that I got in my shop? So they'll get the mannequin,
I like it.
right? And then they spend it forever looking at the mannequin like what they have around. You know what I'm saying? What they dressing the mannequin with. And think that the mannequin now is supposed to be what they've clothed them in or clothed it in.
Yeah.
Right? And everybody can see but you that that's not who he is because you ain't even looking. But if you took the time to be like, okay, this is the mannequin that I have. Now, let me go get the right clothes for the mannequin. You know what I'm saying? So
we work with it.
I'm not gonna get pants for a mannequin just the top body. It don't make sense.
Right.
So that's what I mean by the perspective of it all. Like I think if they start to look at who they chose, they'll have a better sense of what it mean, what the calling would be upon them. You know what I'm saying? And that'll be that, in my honest opinion.
Anybody else got anything else to add to that? Yeah, like that's it.
Straight up.
I have one more topic that wasn't on our list that we can wrap it up on that. We talked about it. We did talk about it on our last episode, but I want to talk to between us guys about it right now, which is these the gender wars that are going on.
I hate that shit
on social media. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's just like these men's list of shit that we expect and these women's list of shit that they expect from us, or where they're not gonna go on first dates, or what they're not gonna do,
so
and
save the best
X, Y, Z. You know what I mean? Like it's you know, we all saw that list earlier this fall where, you know, women we're not going to Cheesecake Factory on the first date. There's no Netflix and chill. There's no you know, there was definitely there's no Applebee's or whatever.
Standards.
There's no there's different standards. But but there were certain things on the list that were valid. You know what I'm saying? I understand a woman not coming to your house on the first date because she don't know who the fuck you are. You might be a fucking serial killer. And yeah, I understand that as a woman, you have to protect yourself and be vigilant and all that. But there was other things that, you know, we felt like was like, oh, really? We can't just go to a movie on the first date? Like, or, you know, movie and bowling, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, it has to be all these extravagant things that you're spending X amount of dollars to make you feel like you're important. And on the men's side, it was another situation too. So, you know, I like
the strawberry lemonade at Cheesecake Factory.
I love it.
You feel me?
I love it. That's all I get in there.
I love the bread. I love the warm brown bread. You feel me?
Shrimp.
Like, what's wrong with y'all, man? Like, you just gotta get put on to something, man. New. You don't know what kind of time you're gonna have in any establishment. You know what I'm saying? And you just gotta take it for what it is. Now, I understand when some women having standards, but if you like this man and you really taking a genuine interest in him, then it shouldn't matter. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just checking your personality, checking your energy. And I'm going to be honest, I don't see it wrong with a woman stating whatever.
Yeah,
but just don't act like you never been there, you ain't start there or something. You know what I'm saying? There's some women that haven't. You know, some that, you know, families live a good lifestyle and shit. But
listen, man.
Listen, start dating people that you like and not because of what they could do for you, and then you'll enjoy your time wherever you're at. And that's a fact.
Yeah. Hookah Lounge was on that list.
That's a fact.
I also believe preliminarily, a lot of people don't get to know each other before they even start going out on dates.
Yeah, exactly.
And I believe there's information through conversation, right? So I've taken women on cheap dates. It's just listening to what are they interested into. You know, we mentioned bowling. Well, there's different things down Clarendon, but Roslyn, they got the Squid Games. How well do we work together? You know, there's certain things that takes the tension off of the sexual tension off so we can actually get to know each other. Are you somebody that's going to be cooperative if I have to do something with you, or you have change of plans? And so having that preliminary conversation prior to, you could find out, hey, does she like Italian? Does she like Asian, Cuban, or whatever the case might be, even African cuisine as well. You can try different things with that person based on their experiences and what you've learned in that conversation. So those lists, as for me, don't define where I will take my lady or what I plan on if I'm courting someone. So I think that conversation is very important to have prior to even thinking about going to get a scoop of ice cream. I've done coffee dates as well. And they've been some of the best dates.
Yeah. That was on the list that they didn't want to do.
But you know what's crazy is because you meet a woman, boom, we reach out to them the next day, we try to talk to them. They just, where we going? You gotta warn about where we going. Let me take you somewhere. Like, it ain't even no conversation no more. So yeah, that right there is very key. Let's talk a few times on the phone first before we set that first outing up. You know what I'm saying? Because you
or have a casual outing. Listen, we're gonna have a casual outing. If with me, if I meet you tonight or wherever we meet at, I get your number. I call you the next day. Hey, what's up? What you doing today? We're not about to go on no like super serious date. You're gonna meet me at the bar in my neighborhood.
Right.
We're gonna sit at the bar and we're gonna have a conversation because I want to see if I even really like you. Because men initially are all about, okay, what we see in front of us, right?
Yeah.
Okay, she's pretty, she looks great, da-da-da-da. Maybe she's vibing a little bit, but you don't really know. Yeah, but like let's have a fucking conversation.
Absolutely.
Like in real life when I'm sitting in front of you or next to you and let's see what the vibe is. If it's great after that, then we go to the next stage. Everything is about, you know, it's
can I laugh
stage.
with you? Can you snort?
Right.
Laugh and shit. Right. Oh, that shit was cute. Oh, yeah, we going on a date. Sushi.
Man. Big time.
Yeah, man.
It's, but like you, I just hate the whole, everything online on social media right now is like men against women. I don't know if it's just in our culture with black men against black women or if it's just across the board. But like, I was seeing some posts that have nothing to do with. There was a post my friend sent me about. You know how like women, if they're coming over for the weekend to your crib and they got 1,000 bags for a day and a half.
Right.
Like, it's like, what is in here? Like we've all gone through this, and it was a funny skit, right? And I just clicked the comments just to see. And the first one was this girl was like, well, because the girl was initially bringing her own stuff in, and first of all, it wasn't even a girl; it was the dude playing the girl. Okay, that's number one.
Oh God!
So you know how they be the comedians; they play both sides. So I was just like, the girl said, first of all, why is she even carrying her own bag? I was like, oh my God, I'm done with this. Like, I literally got off the page because I was like, I don't even want to see any of this other bullshit that's down here. Because first of all, it's a funny skit. Yeah. It's true. It's funny because it's true. Like I tell my girl like all like here for like 24 hours. Why is there 4 bags that I'm bringing upstairs right now?
Make a decision.
Yes. But it's funny. And it's like, okay, everything is not about like he should be doing or she should be doing. It's like,
Facts.
nigga, like we're in a fucking relationship together, all of us, whether we're in relationships or not.
Yeah.
We're men and women. We are here on this earth together for better or fucking worse.
Facts.
And the only way that we're going to prosper is if we procreate and love each other.
Correct.
So what are we doing?
Back to it again.
Y'all women want to be us or we want to be, I don't understand this shit. It makes no sense to me. I'm sorry.
I feel
it
like-
makes zero sense to me. Like
Start
what the fuck are we
dating.
doing right now?
Start dating and dealing with people you like, man.
you
Cut
go.
out the bullshit, man. You
I
can get
did-
what
I
you,
made that
you can
post.
get what you want and what you need if you get with the right person and y'all build together, man.
Facts. I just feel like a lot of shit is getting. I think it's there's a one part of it that just sounds hateful. It's just bashing. It's like it made me think like, do these niggas like girls?
Sure.
Or do these women even like dudes?
Yeah.
And to begin with, like,
They rather
like
be
let's
with
not
their
even get
home-
into
they rather be with their home
before we
girls.
get into the before we get into the date part. Do you really like men? Do you really like women? Like that's the first part of it for me. When I hear a lot of this conversation, then the second part for me is I feel like it's getting lost in translation. So when I see that list, before I even reacted to it, I just said why, right? Like why? And but the answer that I came up with, and I could be absolutely wrong. Some woman on the live or in the playback gonna tell me, but what I thought was they are looking at what happens as a sign of not only the value you place in them, but the seriousness of whatever you say you want or whatever this is supposed to be. So, okay, I just met you, I want to take you out to eat. Now they feel like, well, if you take me to a restaurant where you got to come out of your pocket, that tells me you like me or you really are trying to impress me.
Yeah.
But if you take me to this, then you're not. If you just want me to come over your house, are you saying that you really want to get to know me, or are you saying you just want to have relations with me? So I think what they're doing is they're just looking at what
I
happens
just want to fuck you.
to define what it actually is, because they've set this little equation system up. The problem, though, with that equation system
Doesn't work.
is that when you meet somebody who understands the equation,
It's easily hackable.
it's so hackable.
Very.
Easy.
Very.
And then they end up online,
In the fucked up
hateful, because they're like, he took me shopping, spent $10,000 on me,
Yikes.
took me on vacation on the first weekend. And they just going down this Rolodex, and now it's fucking
Tell
them
them
up.
again.
Who would do all of this and not choose me?
Damn, that's it.
You know what I'm saying?
It fucks them up.
Facts.
Exactly,
Yeah.
right?
I think about that
Right?
too.
So,
I think about that.
that's the problem with it. So now you either got the ones that are saying, okay, well, cool then.
Stop jumping
if
on
it's
every
not
motherfucking
going to
boat,
happen,
man.
cool, but just let me have this experience first. If you give me this experience, whatever happens on the back end, I'm cool with it. Where for me, I'm just like,
That's insane.
huh?
That's insane.
Yeah, I just feel like it's a message lost in translation, but it's also just being misguided because they're not looking at, they want the mannequin.
The mannequin. I love it. We need to do a
So when you're
episode called
looking at the mannequin, you just want the body, the individual in your life. Do I have a man in my life that I could call my man? That's it.
Yeah.
And then once you got the mannequin, you forgot, you got work to do. It never stops, Slim.
Never stop.
Oh,
Never.
and they think they have no work to do. They think
Yep.
the thing between their legs is all the work they need,
most
and they
niggas
didn't even
get
do nothing with
catfished.
that.
And
That's
they
it.
ain't working now.
Listen,
You hear me?
Look off just like put it this
I'm
way.
working.
Off appearance, like
Fuck you mean?
most men are dealing with this shit. I'm not gonna say most men. Men
Fuck
do
it.
their own poll, but I be feeling like men be dealing with this shit right here, right? And women got their own version of this, but women got the dudes
Talking
deal with
about
this
us right
shit.
now.
Dudes deal with this shit, which is. In the beginning, you said we look at what we see. Men are visually stimulated. So once we see what we like, it prompts us to act on what we like.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
We started in grade school, right? On the
Right.
school bus.
Right.
That's my car.
Yeah.
That's my car.
Facts.
Then you get older, you see somebody pull up with something, you're like, man, I like that joint. I gotta get me some.
get it, 'cause now
You
you
feel
get
me? So we acting off of that. Cool. Now you act off of that. Now the second part is Once you get that, you think this is static. Oh, this is what you do. You do the makeup. You come fly fresh. You smelling good all the time.
Yeah.
Skin soft. What you exfoliate every day. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm like, okay, I expect this.
You're right.
Not because I expected it before I met you, but because that's how you presented yourself to me.
Right.
That's how you made it happen for the first 6 months or the first year. So now, once you got me, everything become conditional.
Man, like shit.
Why you on?
The why you on?
Why you on?
I think it's been conditional from the jump.
Oh my goodness.
But it the beautiful lie. So for me, it's just like, that's what men deal with, right? And women don't understand it because then it's like, well, you should accept me as I am, right? And I just feel like, yeah, I do, but I think part of the challenge of being in a relationship is the fact that how could I add value to your life in a way that means something to you?
That is the number one question.
As opposed to how can you add value to my life in a way that only means something to me? Like, that's backwards thinking. It's like, okay, I'm gonna add value. I think I'm gonna add value to this life by giving you a business. But if for you, right, being in a joint partnership with me, doing something actively with me was the thing, not you giving me something and telling me go do it. What value? You didn't bring the value. You just created something that's gonna create a problem because in the end you're gonna come back to me and say, well, I gave you the business.
Yeah.
And you ain't do nothing with it. I'm trying to elevate, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you not seeing, all right, what's the value? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I be looking at it sometimes. So I just feel like these people who are online talking this way, they're scorned.
All of them.
Or they're projecting they're projecting something that's extreme because they don't have to deal with the reality of it. Right? So it's like saying this, right? Like, some people might be like, well, I've been married for X number of years. Me and my wife good. But they have a wife that is super submissive, right? She's really game for whatever you want. Yeah. She don't want to be outside. She don't want to be on the gram. She make your life easy. So by consequence, you don't have to worry about your wife looking or your girl trying to be on the gram or her DMs going hot or whatever. So you could come online and talk about your shit like, hey, yo, this how I run my shit because you got somebody who's like, whatever you want, baby. I'll do it however you need. Right? So then you talk that shit and then you start talking hateful to these niggas, start saying, well, you're not this, you're not that. Like, I ain't gonna say nothing bad about Andrew Tate. I think he be saying some real shit, but at the end of the day, you're not a nigga who trying to be with somebody.
Yeah.
You're a nigga who trying to play. And you understand there's a whole bunch of joints you can play with. So the girls you really talking to are the girls that want to play. The girls don't want to play. You can't ask for nothing. You can't expect nothing. You're not entitled to nothing. You get what I give you when I give it to you and how I give it to you. Period. But if you try and build with somebody, you're not going to take away their agency. You want them to be in partnership. You're going to ask them, what you think? You hungry?
Yeah.
What you want to eat?
Sure.
And she might say, well, what do you want to eat? I don't know. What you want to eat? Right. You feel me? But if that's not the case, then what winds up happening is simple. You're going to be like, this is what we eating. And if you can say, this is what we eating and that's what y'all go eat, you're going to come back and tell niggas, man, I run my shit like this. But you running your shit like this because Shorty ain't going to say nothing. Yeah, she comfortable with whatever you comfortable with.
She couldn't make her mind up. We went to Red Lobster, man. It was the closest.
But I hate it, man. They need to cut this shit out. Like it ain't profit or nothing, man. Like if you, they not. And the biggest thing, my last point on it is to your point, which is the reality of it is none of these people who dating right now, for the most part, are dating to be friends. They ain't dating to find a new friend. They not.
Nope.
Yeah,
they dating to find a puzzle piece
for convenience.
They to find a new friend and they dating to get that new
Benz
thing. One of those days. Something else.
Something. Instagram goal, Instagram relationship, a story to tell your girlfriend.
Jesus Christ.
Because a lot of women like be one of 20 days in a relationship. And if you get it, you realize you the belle of the ball. You're going to have some crabs in your barrel for sure. You don't know who they are. But for the most part, you the belle of the ball. You feel I'm doing this with my mans. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You can post that shit. You can talk that shit because you live in a dream.
Right.
Mannequin.
There it is, man. It's, yeah, I mean, and there's just a whole lot that goes into that. But my whole thing, like, I think we all agree, like, we just hate the state of what was going on online with men and women, man. It's not. Listen, we're not at war with each other. How can we be?
Just be friends, man.
How can we be? We all need. There's no. Listen, I'll be a mad motherfucker if every woman in the world disappeared. We'll all be killing each other left and right because I don't give a fuck.
Life without a woman.
Yeah, and same thing with them. Like, we understand we need y'all. You need us. Let's come to a place where, like, it's about love and not about what is needed or what
can I ask you a question?
They can live.
You just said a key word. Who do you think? She gonna laugh when I say this. Who do you think really loves in a relationship, a man or a woman?
You want to take this?
Go ahead. I'll let you go. Go.
Thank you. I believe a man truly loves in a relationship. We're the ones that court. We're the ones that write the poems, rap songs, R&B songs. We actually love unconditionally. We take you where you are from the bottom, whether you work at Starbucks, McDonald's, the corporate office at Deloitte.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter to us. We take you for where you are.
Facts.
I think women only love children unconditionally. With, of course, they have their preferences as what they need to feel safe and secure. But at the same token, it's one-sided where it's like, what can you do for me? How does that affect me? Oh, if you decide to take a new job somewhere in Antarctica, how's that play out for me? It's always one-sided. So when it comes down to how a man loves, we don't. And it goes down to I've been married before as well. We don't dream and talk to our friends in the sandbox and in middle school, junior high school. Man, when I get married, I'm going to have X, Y, Z. So majority of us, when we do take that leap, it's because we really want to do it. It's an investment. It's something that we really love that person. Yeah. We don't just do it for the glitz and glam or couple goals or just for the gram.
That's why it takes us longer sometimes, most of the time, because we really got to be sure.
And we forever.
And to add to
all
that,
of us, nigga, we all right in the same age.
And I remember dating someone once upon a time, and they were like, "Well, what are we?" And I was like, "Okay, if I give you the title, what changes?" Crickets. She was like, "Well, I always feel like I have to prove myself." I was like, "Well, the job you have, you didn't just show up and just say, I'm fucking awesome," because that's what she was telling me. I'm fucking awesome. You should already know that. That's bullshit. You can't go to Bank of America if you didn't deposit $20K in there and expect to get $20K out. I'm not going to accept you're awesome. And one of the things that I shared with her, I was like, I think you're looking at this wrong. You see, you've been married before and I've been married before, but we've all made mistakes, or let's say we made different choices and decisions in our lives and had to yield to the results, right? So with yielding to those results, I would want somebody the second go round, the third go round, and I think I'll stop at the third go round, to be a better decision maker. And if someone is not in a haste or in a rush to make a decision to say, hey, I'm going to commit, because this is where some of us earlier, just because we like the idea of being with someone with no end in sight, we just looked at it like, hey, we're going to ride this train and see how it's going, how it's going to go. And for earlier, pause. But at the same token, I think that's where it boils down to, where I would want somebody that makes a better decision than to rush into it. And just like you're saying, hey, guys, take a while, because it is one hell of an investment. Rings are not cheap. Houses are not cheap. And I know for sure children are not cheap.
Yep. From jump. So yeah, it's man, like Eddie said multiple times and reiterated, man, let's just love each other, man. Like, it's just simple. Come on, like, it's not this hard.
That need to be the conversation, though. What does that mean to you?
It definitely the conversation.
My life has shown me that, like, the word love is a word that we use when we feel mostly.
How about let's be friends? And let's be friends.
Let's be friends, period.
Because friends don't.
No, go ahead. Say it.
Friendship doesn't I agree with you. Friendship doesn't fade, right? Like love and the lovey-dovey, like I'm in love thing. Yeah,
that shit come and go.
It goes ups and downs, like and on the seasons, depending on what's going on, this, that, and the other in life. So if we're friends though, like we're here together and we're gonna go through this life together with each other. We're gonna appreciate and love each other because of it.
You gotta be friends, man. That's my biggest thing. You gotta be my friend. Like we gotta be able to hang out. I gotta be able to sit quiet and you not be tripping. And what's wrong?
What's wrong with you? You okay?
It's a lot going on out this motherfucker. I can't talk to you about everything, but I'm trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? But let me just rub this man's head or shoulders or something. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
like be my friend, man, and understand it's different dynamics in a relationship that I gotta show up for. You got to show up for. We got to be able to read that off each other. But if we ain't friends and we don't really kick it and really vibe out on some genuine shit, then we'll never understand or know that.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you on that.
Take. We got to be friends.
That's one of the realest shit.
Be you and let me see if I like it and if I want to whoop thee and how we gonna move and vice versa. If you fuck with how I move,
and that's another thing. That's why I meant what I meant. What I said, like really understanding who you with. Like you talking about rub the back of your head and just. Like women be underestimating or not even calculating the small gestures and what it really takes. Some women look at it like, oh, they're treating you like a child or like you too needy emotionally. They don't understand.
You the mama boy.
Like they don't understand.
I ain't your mama.
They don't understand like that somatic intimacy part of it and understanding what it really is. They understand in the context of them. Yeah, smack my ass as you walk past me. You know what I'm saying? Or but they don't understand what it means
when we're on the couch.
Yeah, they don't understand what it means.
I need that too.
Yeah, we like to be held.
Yeah, but they don't know what that means for a dude. And they don't understand that. Yeah. Like that's my whole shit is simple. You know what I'm saying?
I'm the big spoon. Yes, I'm the big spoon.
That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? Like not only define what love is to each other, like, but really as friends, like really understand So many years ago, I came up with this idea, this philosophy of mine. When it was more sexual though, right? But I'm gonna take that back. It was about a person. So it's like when you meet somebody, let's say I came up with it when I was like 30. If I met a girl, she was 28, right? The first thing I'm thinking in my life, right, I should be thinking about is the fact that this woman been living on this earth for 28 years. What the hell has been happening in her life? Mm-hmm. Like I know how she came to me.
Yeah,
I'm happy that she's here. I fuck with who I'm getting, but there's still 28 years of life in this woman. Mm-hmm. She's seen some shit. She heard some shit.
Been through some shit. Dealing with some shit.
Mm-hmm. And then if you look at everybody as imperfect, which is I think a large part of the problem when I see these motherfuckers hating on each other online, like black men and black women.
Like shit.
The fact is, you're not looking at them like you're looking at them like they should be better, like or. You know, but if we're all broken in some kind of way, or if we all are damaged in some kind of way, and we healed the best way we knew how, everybody got their own defense mechanisms, right? So what wind up happening is what? When you meet somebody, you got to understand what's your trauma, what's your defenses. Mm-hmm. Why do you behave the way you behave? And if I don't spend enough time trying to learn you as a friend, I won't even know how to console you, how to handle you in that situation.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So if all I deal with is the romantic side of you, because that's become the predominant thing once you start sexing, and I'm used to the kisses and the hugs, and I'm used to the way you feel when we lay down and blah, blah, blah. But you haven't been processing or dealing with your trauma properly, or your issues properly, your stresses properly. Now what happens is that shit come right into the relationship. Yeah. So now as the other person, if you ain't been the friend or you don't know how to be a friend, you're going to start looking at it like, well, the byproduct of you doing what you're doing is making me think and feel like either I'm not adding up, maybe I'm not doing something, maybe you mad at me, maybe blah, 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 blah. And depending on my defense mechanisms or my behavior, I might do other things. I might retreat. I might detach. I might do something else. So now you got two people who are not working, who are imperfectly perfect. We'll use that statement. But at the end of the day, probably don't handle their situation or themselves in a way that's most conducive or fruitful for a relationship. In a relationship and never ever trying to say, okay, look, let me forget about me for a second. Let me just go aside the pond and see how this person operate and why they operate like that. Mm-hmm. And then come on my side of the pond. Let me show you what I do and how I move. So then maybe we could figure out how we can get in this boat and just kind of sit in the middle of the pond together.
No, that's valid. And I want to just say something because it's been times I always ask, man, how you doing? What's going on with you? What's up?
Yeah.
And a woman can't even express themselves, like I'm really like, you all right? Like what's going on? But, that's big because we both got to learn how to communicate. And maybe in a past relationship, they had that voice and they ask them kind of questions. They just kind of, you with me, let's go, let's go. You know what I'm saying? But they truly need to be handled a certain way, a different way from what they was, or else it would have lasted. You know what I'm saying? Try this new way. Let's figure it out. Open up. We all.
Facts.
And as you get older, you mature, you get to realizing, you get to filtering out a lot of shit. But yeah, what you were saying was definitely on point.
It's just horrible. Like my last thing, I'm sorry, y'all. It's like therapy to me. Actually, this is what my new podcast is about. Shameless plug. I apologize.
No.
Unsolicited with George D.
Yeah.
Like this what brought me to that space. Like a level of vulnerability I feel like us as black men don't have. Right? We gotta be everything and nothing at the same time. That shit is fucking crazy. Like, as a dude, you're supposed to be strong, you're supposed to be this, you're supposed to be that, but then you come to your girl and you can't be weak. You can't shed a tear, you can't complain, you can't whine, or you don't have no moment to just whatever, you know what I'm saying? And then what wind up happening is, that's the most vulnerable place you can actually be. And then you realize you can't be there. Which goes back to that first topic that I won't say by name. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I be looking at it like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and we be at the point now where we starting to like, once you in your shit, it wanted to becoming one dude you got. He call you, text you, and y'all might spend 2 hours talking about the same relationship because he ain't had no outlet. He been bouncing that shit off the walls, in the mirror, in the shower. You know what I'm saying? He don't know how to deal with the fact that whatever. He's not able to talk about it because if he talk to his partner, all she hears the attack. She don't even hear, I'm hurt.
Man, I get to that fucking.
Did you see that Instagram clip?
Nah.
The guy, they're sitting with the therapist. And he's explaining how he doesn't feel seen in the house and so forth.
No.
And his wife in the clip automatically flips it on him and the therapist trying to bring it back to him. Yeah. And that's kind of like how we feel when we do express it to them as well. Yeah. It's like, well, I understand you going through this, but I got it, da. And then it's we're like, automatic, all our feelings are anything that we're going through is just shut. Then we start to shut down or they shut it down,
Yeah.
Then we're in our own thoughts, our own feelings and like, not talking to the person that we should be talking to it about that's going to make us feel better about whatever that situation is, which is what our partner is supposed to do. Yeah. Because, regardless of who our best friends are as men, and nobody's going to make you feel as good as your woman that supports you and is there for you.
Absolutely.
Period.
Absolutely.
There's no way. Like, I can only be so much to my homeboys and my men. Like, yeah, like we're going to talk, we're going to love you, nigga. Like, yeah, man, whatever. Yeah, we here, bro. Yeah, but like your woman, the woman is just different. You know what I'm saying?
But out of your whole male homeboy group, there's probably only like one to two that you could actually get down on that joint. Like, man, dog, I'm just fucked up, man. It's just the relationship fucking up. I don't understand what's going on. I'm mad about this. I'm blown about that. It's probably only one.
Yeah.
Right? It's probably only one.
Yeah.
And sometimes you like, man, I can't use this nigga again. Yo, how you doing, man? Yo, you see the game last night? You can't.
And that's what it be.
Yeah, I can't use this nigga up all the time. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because niggas are going through their own shit.
I'm dumping, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But like that's why I started the podcast, because I'm like, yo, dudes need a safe space to just like let that shit off. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't need no permission. You don't need nobody's authority. You don't need nobody to agree with the shit you say. Because sometimes, like, and that's another thing that women got to understand. Sometimes men, they talk Some dudes do it internally, and those are the dudes that women can only play. When we talk that high value shit, that man ain't breaking down to you. He might be dealing with the most stressful shit, but he's figured out sometime in his life how to deal with it internally and how to just come out in a certain way. But you don't know what he's dealing with inside. Those probably motherfuckers who know how to suppress shit deep. Exactly.
Not a stoic
right?
guys,
But then you got people who are more empathetic to themselves, and they understand, look, I'm human. You know what I'm saying? I'm human before anything, man. Like, I'm human. And as a human, I got emotions. And human, I'm going to see some shit, I'm going to feel some kind of way.
Yeah.
As a human, I can eat something that's going to make me feel some way. I can hear music that's going to make me feel some way. I could taste something that's going to make me feel some way. Like, I could smell something that's going to make me feel some way. Right? So everything is going to translate back to an emotion. We may not act off the emotion first or primarily, but it's going to relate to that. So the biggest thing is like being in a situation where they understand, yo, he a human first. So yeah, you dealing with your dude, but sometimes the human is in the process where he needs to know that, look, this is his safe space. You know what I mean? Where he could just get that shit off. And it don't mean that he about to go run into a brick wall. It just mean that, look, once I get this shit off and I hear these thoughts out loud and I hear you say, okay, I heard you, or it's going to be okay. I know it's going to be okay, but you telling me be okay sounds like I done heard 1,000 people say it's going to be okay. You feel what I'm saying? Or what have you, but you not. Sometimes they don't understand that there's a value there. You're not babying him. You're not coddling him. He's not less of a man when you do that. You feel what I'm saying? And it's simple because it's all you got to really do is just say, yo, I got some shit on me. I just got to get this shit off. It ain't saying I'm going to do anything. These are just my thoughts and they're unfiltered. I haven't processed them. I'm just giving them. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't even say nothing. Do you want me to comment? Nah, yes, no, whatever. Yeah. Women got to understand dudes. Dudes are fix-its. They are DIYers. You bring a problem to them, there's something in them that's going to say, well, maybe you should try doing this. They don't even think about it. They're going to come up with a solution because they don't want you to go through what you're going through.
Solution.
They hear somebody, oh, this the problem with my person at my such and such in your group was chatting about this, or you going through this at work. Man, fuck your manager, man. You don't need that job. He's solving the problem. He's telling you don't need that. Right? Whole time, you like, no, I just want to vent, but you don't ever say it.
I've been through that.
And now he's sitting there like, but I done heard you.
I'm trying to help you out. I'm trying to help us out.
And you telling me I don't get you. I
don't get it.
But
you're not on my side.
Why you against me?
Tell me you just try to get some shit off.
Yeah, but you say it's just
tell me you try to get some shit off, and I'll let you get some shit off.
Yeah, just want me to sit here and just.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, that's the other thing. Real quick,
I just need you to listen.
When they talking to their girls, to the girls, I think sometimes they get it. Like, if we gonna talk some shit, we gonna talk some shit. Oh, you got a problem with this? Man, yeah. If you say fuck them, man, girl, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Like, we fucking, we just gonna, I'm just gonna ride with you down that wave and let you get all that shit off of you. You know what I'm saying? But when you talking to your dude, the one who got to deal with you every day, the one who got to talk to you, and the dude who want to see you smiling and happy and comfortable and cool, that nigga don't want no problem on you. He don't want you complaining, feeling sad, or whatever. As soon as you feel that way, he like, how do I push the stop button on this? Because if I could push the stop button, we can get back to watching this fucking show we like. You know what I'm saying?
All's a DVR and everything.
Something. But it not understanding that about a man is going to put you in a position where you're going to feel unheard, not respected. You're going to feel a lack of sensitivity, a lack of compassion, or whatever the case may be. And similarly, if you talking to your dude, right, and your dude talking to you, getting some shit off, if he communicates doubt, if he communicates just some sense of like something that isn't with quote unquote strength to you, don't look at that like he about to crash out. Don't look at that like, oh, he weak because he feeling something right now. He in his feelings. You know what I'm saying? And then but I'm like, women got to understand one thing, right? In order for a dude to really love you, you got to feel something. So you can't want his feelings when you want him and want him to shut it off when he want to shut off. Niggas ain't switching off like this, on and off. When them joints is on, they on. So if you dealing with a dude, you got to make a human, you got to make the room for that individual to feel and allow them to feel. You know what I'm saying? As a guy, as a woman, don't look at that as a sign of weakness or try to emasculate them. But furthermore, in relationship, man. Listen, if y'all want to talk, man, get some shit off. Tell them I just want to get some shit off and talk some shit. Let's go. All right, I can jump in that bag with you, or just stay silent, let you get it off. But if you're not gonna say it, don't expect for me to understand it or know it just because you started talking. It ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Man, I hope y'all got them Jews for today.
Yeah.
Or just them perspectives.
We'll be on YouTube.
Man, and understandings, man.
Rewind it, play it again. No, it was all valid points, and at the end of the day, 2024 say not fuck 2024 in life. Say what you want, say what you mean. Let's be friends. Let's love each other.
Facts.
Let's just be 100 with each other, man. It's not that fucking hard, man.
And be
whether it's your friends, be 100 with yourself.
Yeah.
Whether it's your friends, your family, your lover, whatever it may be. And let's just life is not this hard. It's not as hard as social media makes it out to be. It's not as grandiose or whatever you want to call it as you see, and like be comfortable in your own skin, in your own bag, in your own person, in your own people. And with that, you can't fall, you can't fail. And that's my last word. And hopefully we touched a nerve with somebody and y'all understand, or even if you don't understand, just process it. And we're none of us are experts up here, but we do have our perspective, and we are all today we're all men on the panel. So just take it for what it is, and hopefully it'll help out.
I'm an expert. Laugh, live, love, and be better.
Boom, boom. All right. First episode of the new year. We out. Appreciate y'all.
Ebou Taal.
Ebou Taal.
International Eve, man.
Yeah.
Moses Watson.
George D.
And we out.
Every day a new day, move things, do things like my life a movie. Hey. Every day new day, move things, do things like my life a movie. Hey. Every day a new day, move things, do things like my life a movie. Hey. Every day new day, move things, do things like my life a movie. Hey. Pull up in a big man range, straight to the stage, make a big man play. Trade 5 others, our big man.